this is Earthy Indigo, psychic medium, intuitive, and tarot card reader. This is celebrity psychic channeling and reading celebrity psychic update for Drake. Energetically, and what's coming through first and foremost is within the next, it feels really close, like within the next 3 to 4 weeks. It's the energy around Drake making a very public statement. It's the energy that comes through like he makes some announcement, like with separating himself, whether that be separating from Young Money or distancing him, the issues that just happened with Nicki Minaj and her kind of saying, well, you put Drake's face on every playlist, as a face on every playlist on Spotify. Is this it comes out, it's the first strongest energy of a public announcement. That's what I'll say. A public announcement within the next 3 to 4 weeks. It comes strongly from Drake, and it's this energy of it coming strongly from Drake. It's a public announcement, and that comes through really strong vibrational, that it will come out within the next 3 to 4 weeks concerning Drake, whether it be OVO, the label, or him just being with OVO period, and that type of energy, or it's just a strong energy around him in separation. I'll say that, separating himself from something, or announcing publicly separating himself, making some very, it comes through like an interview or like an article in one of these huge publications or online publication blogs that are really, hip and popping, or whatever the young people are into. But it feels like it's a big publication, like it's Rolling Stone, or it's like an online version, like what is that, Pitchfork, or Complex. Like it gives off that kind of an energy of him doing a really detailed, lengthy interview, something that is different for him, where he's a little bit more open. Or and I mean, that it comes through to me that it's close. It feels very close. It feels like it's within the next 3 to 4 weeks. Now that could be a little long, a little out. It could be 3 months. I like to stretch it, give it 90 days or to the end of the year, around his birthday perhaps, but it gives us, like, it feels closer than farther away. Him giving a very candid, detailed, thorough, the way that we see Drake or hear Drake, him going into details about things in a way that we've never experienced him doing publicly. That comes through strong. It feels like he mentions Nicki. It feels like he mentions Cash Money. It feels like he mentions Lil Wayne in the situation, and how much everything bothered him. It's also an energy around him saying, like the last few years, like he's been going on his own spiritual journey. Like that comes out publicly. Like he's been facing a lot of his own demons and dark shadows. And let's not forget the story of Adidon, which Pusha T, one of the best diss tracks in history, that was laid on wax. One of the most ruthless diss tracks, besides Remy Ma's diss to Nicki and Nas's diss to Jay-Z, and with Ether, the story of Adidon, and Remy Ma's Shether. One of the 3 of the most lethal diss tracks ever. And it feels like he goes into, like he answers questions. It feels real, like very candid and open. Very candid and open. It comes through like he speaks on the distance between him and Nicki. like there's been some um growing distance, or the distance that's there, like a wall or a block, like he could never really get that close. How it's, even though I know that he has some suggestive lyrics for Nicki, it has, talked about why like my women think da 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 da, and if I had a chance to menage with Nicki, very good lyricism, but energetically, what comes through is a block between them, almost like a really like a teacher student, or a boy, if you don't go somewhere and sit down kind of an energy, not really anything that would ever be romantic in reality. Anything that would ever be romantic in reality. But yeah, it comes through this energy of him just being really candid and open in a publication really, really soon, very open. Also, if you listen to my first Drake, if you listen to my first Drake reading, I mentioned about him becoming a part of a series or getting into television and film, and that has come true, or rather, it's happening. He's working on a show with HBO with another entertainer, Future. But this is one of the first of many programming and content that will come from Drake. First of many. It's also energetically coming through to me that he will get into production and television heavy. Production and television heavy. And that will be what he ultimately retires from, like on down the line. He has done legendary things in the rap industry and will continue to do legendary things in the rap industry. But it comes through like he's okay. We know that Jay-Z has Tidal. We know that Kevin Hart has the LOL network. We know that Dame Dash has his network. But there is an energy, or what I'm being shown is Drake making investments, or him becoming a part of some kind of magnet in the tech industry. But it's like a new way. It comes to like he either invests in a company that makes a big boom, where that becomes a part of his. And I know he's really tied in with Apple. And Apple is one of the biggest. Well, it is the biggest. And he really is tied in with Apple. But Apple is a learning experience. It's either Apple is going to give him something huge that they've never given to an artist before, where it's like his own platform, or the Apple Music label, or the Apple Music, like Apple Music as the label. Like you have artists that are on 300, or you have artists that are on like, all of these other different record companies. But what's coming through is a strong energy between Drake and tech. And Drake is connected to Apple, but it feels like it's an individuation there. Like there's a separation, like it's Drake's own thing. But it feels like it comes through as movies, it comes through as cars, it comes through as products, it comes through very, like Jay-Z is a billionaire, Kanye, because of Yeezy, is a billionaire, Drake And even when I even predicted about Kylie and Kim announcing publicly that they were billionaires, and they did, or making the Forbes and all of that. But I'm predicting and telling now for Drake that he will be a billionaire as well. And it comes through like Drake. Okay, you know how you have, what was one of the biggest record companies? Okay, Def Jam, right? For hip hop heads, Def Jam was the shit. It was, oh, I want to be on Def Jam, I want to be on Rockefeller, you know, like that. Or I want to be on Bad Boy. It gives that energy of Drake having either OVO with Apple Music, and Apple Music being like the record company, but it gives off this separate, it's still this energy of individuation where, but it's like it's this deal that's gonna come through. It's coming through energetically, like it's unsurmounted, like it's never been done, like it's history making. Kind of like how LeBron, when he came in, it was like 100 million or something. Like he had 100 million before he even played the game. It gives off that energy, like them giving him this unsurmounted amount of money for this umbrella of just entertainment, film, content, web, sports, everything. Bridging between OVO and, but it feels even bigger than OVO. This comes through like the way that we see Drake in his I don't know the name of the video, but one of his latest songs where he's in, this is executive Drake. This is executive Drake. It feels like he has and I know right now everything is about being an individual and being an entrepreneur, but and being on your own in a sense. But they're gonna give him a title, like a huge, but it comes with a huge budget. It's kind of like when these record companies give entertainers labels, but he already has his label OVO, but this is bigger than that. It's something that's unheard of. It's monumental. It puts him with, he's with the big boys, but it puts him ahead of the big boys. And it feels like it's connected. It is connected to technology. It is connected to a conglomerate. It is connected to, it gives him, it will make him one of the most, he's already one of the most influential people in hip hop right now. But this inner is coming through like it makes him the head honcho. Emotionally, what's coming through around his emotions and the romanticism and in the romantic energy of what's coming through is not being able to have who he wants. Not being able to have who he wants. Um, you know how some people say, I always get people who like me, but I never get who I like? It's that kind of an energy. Within eh, within 3 years though, it's the energy of an engagement, and it feels closer than farther away. I'm stretching it by saying 3 years, guys. It feels a lot closer. There is an energy of an engagement and seeing him publicly take someone very serious. But it's coming through like he's been chasing this person for the longest and they wouldn't have anything to do with him. It's that he's been chasing this person for the longest and they wouldn't have anything to do with them. But there is an energy of someone coming. Now, this could be the person he's been chasing for the longest, but there is an energy of an engagement within the next 3 years, or public. This is what's coming through around Drake. Public displays of affection, romanticism, holding hands on a jet, doing the rich shit, but really playing up romanticism, really playing up the romance aspect. Like, we know he's already mushy Drake, but it's like it's an energy of him taking this person really serious and um showing what it means to court a woman, and doing it publicly, like public displays of romanticism, affection, and being in love, and showing it and showing the world this. Showing the world this. Also, there's an energy of more children, and I'm getting the energy of like two or three, and it feels like they come kind of back to back to back. All right, I'm Earthy Indigo, psychic, medium, intuitive, and tarot card reader. Click on the link in the description to book a reading. Remember, 3 questions for $10. I'm Earthy Indigo, and I love to read for you. I do relationship synastry readings, natal chart readings, and also phone readings are available. Bye.